everybody, it is Marissa here for another edition of Throwback Thursday, and I'm very excited for this one. It is going to be about the early 2000s and somewhere in the middle of 2000s, so you may, hear something, oh yeah, around that little middle time. First, or actually two things I want to tell you first. It'll probably be uploaded on a Friday. I'm really, really sorry about that. Um, it's just a lot of other stuff on the side going on. Um, Earlier I was working out, about to go back at it again. Of course, the whole school thing, and in between fillers and stuff like that. So just a lot of mayhem. But I'll make sure I'll go ahead and upload that as soon as possible. Whenever I'm just completely done and resting. Also, second thing I want to hit on, excuse for the appearance, because like I said earlier, about to go back at working out, so there's just no point of me kind of for a video. I'm about to sweat it all, and I'm just like, nah. So yeah, so let's get started. All right, so for the first genre I'm hitting on is called Reggae slash dancehall. And the song I'm going to be focusing on is called We Be Burning by Sean Paul. Now, remember specifically when this song came out. And I just remember when I first saw the video, I was just like, just had a like chemistry, connection type of feel. Because I just really thought he kind of evolutionized what reggae sound was. He kind of put some other mixes in there like hip hop, R&B, and he really introduced some dance to us that people was like or all that stuff. And I just felt like he kind of took it to a whole other level. I just feel like not only he really focused on listening to reggae that much, if at all, or really just took the time like, oh yeah, let's play this, or they just want to do Bob Marley since they want to say like, oh, I listen to Bob Marley. You know those people out there. And I just feel like I guess he wanted to be like, yeah, we had Bob, yeah, we had Ziggy, yeah, we have all these other people, but let me show you me. And that to me was refreshing, and it just brought a different light to the whole genre, because it just made it not only easier to kind of understand, okay, this is what they do. We're not typecasting them or anything. This is something that, we can really, use not only for our dance moves, but we can put this in certain, dancing movies or whatever. He really made it universal, and really opened the eyes of other, for people to really understand not only his culture, but to really enjoy it as well, and really make, people really listen to it. Alright, so the next genre we're hitting on is called post-grunge, and I kind of put alternative rock in there because it kind of goes both ways, because you may hear on your 80s, 90s, and today radio stations, or some of your alternative rock stations, so it kind of floats and melts in there. But the first thing I want to hit on to is called My Sacrifice by Creed, and I remember specifically my first album, which ended up being their second album. It's called Weathered, and of course this song's on there, including the title track and other favorites that are on there. I just really was drawn to it because not only the words, but it's just kind of one of those free spirit, open-minded, kind of hope and self-loving, but willing to share and care for others kind of song, that it just really opened people's eyes like, okay, yeah, it's still fun, it's still very sing-along-ish, or you want to have that movement of just putting the ladders up, or cell phones, or just putting your little glow sticks up, or whatever it may be, and and you feel just drawn to it, but also makes you feel empowered, because you're just up, and then you want to do the whole I want to learn how to do that guitar riff, or just do the whole stand on top of the speakers and go, my sacrifice. The next song I'm hitting on is called Blurry by Puddle of Mudd. This is one of my all-time favorites by this band, because it's one of those songs that really focus on, like, not for the lonely, or for the ones who may feel neglected, or for the those who may not feel that love on a daily basis. And it's just very eye-opening to certain issues that are really going on. I don't think people really talked about, or really are scared to talk about, or whatever. And when you see the video, it just had that little emotion in there, and I just really thought it really brought that song full circle because, things do get blurry sometimes. People just want to put, a fog or a little cloud on over it, and like, okay, I'm going to have my rainy days, but I'm going to, go to my sunny sunshine and pretend everything is, all ice cream and cake. No, not everything is like that. They really had a great storyline behind it. Alright, so the next genre I'm hitting on is called indie rock, and the song's called Float On by Modest Mouse. And I remember being in the classrooms for math class, actually my algebra class, I think it was in 4th grade. No, 6th grade. 6th grade, yes. And I was just sitting there, and one of my two friends, this guy was like, yeah, you heard of Modest Mouse? I was like, yeah. And then Tori, wow, I just shouted out her name. Shout out to Tori. Um, and she was like, yeah. And so when we heard it on the radio one time, and then we all came back, we just started listening to lyrics and then other songs that they started releasing. We just really, got drawn to the band. It's just very, interesting because then you just wanted to sing along and just like, I ran my car into a cop car the other day. Well, she's off on the good, that's okay. It's just one of those like different sounds that you don't really hear as much, and they just kind of made it fun and just made it like just you just want to be like, yes. Alright, so the next genre we're hitting is called hip hop and rap, of course. The two songs we're hitting on first, Rubber Band Man by T.I. Now, when this song hit, I mean, everything just was blown up. I'm telling you, it was like a volcanic eruption in each city, in each state, multiplied by 50. And then you include Puerto Rico in there. I mean, it was just a universal, across the board, worldwide hit. Like, I mean, you cannot go anywhere and not hear it on the radio. You cannot go anywhere and see it on TV. You turn on countdown shows. I mean, people were reciting it in classrooms. And if you were doing the la 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 la, and then do the not on my right 45 in my other hand, they want to do the whole hand thing. I think Kanye really placed another level for T.I. because you already know he was on the rise with that trap music album. Just more to come from him. Okay, hold on. So the second song I'm hitting on is called Through the Wire by Kanye West, and this is when really Kanye West is kind of, I feel like, a little bit on his game. I'm going to say that discussion for another time, yeah. And I'll have a T.I. discussion too, so look out for those videos in the near future. Yeah. Kanye West, I feel like when he did his breakout song with Through the Wire, he really showed his story. And it wasn't just like a quick, here, like that. He really took you through. And it made it seem like it was like a super, super long video, like you were watching like a mini movie or whatever. But he really, sat you down and just, really saw all like, okay, here's what happened. I'm going to tell you what year it happened. Here's the car accident. Here's the surgery pictures. And look at me now. I've been producing. Now I'm going ahead and start rapping. I just thought that was just kind of moving because it was just something that, I mean, it's been done before, but I just think like the style he did it in, and him just looking up at different pictures and just being moved, and he just really put, I feel like since he was breaking out, let's look out for this dude. What is he gonna do next? And let's hear what else he has to say. All right, so the last genre I'm gonna hit on is R&B. You know. I cannot go without a Throwback Thursday episode without an R&B in there. It's called "You Got It Bad" by Usher, and I'm very, 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 very in love with the song because it's just one of those, oh no, and I just felt like with this song, you could hear the maturity and the growth in him, and the music followed. It's not one of those people who are trying to break out of that typecast mold or whatever. I feel like he just carried it with him, and that's just like the heart and soul and the core of who he is, not only as a person, but as he is musically. And you could just hear it in his voice, and it just showed in the videos, and that he was always still like the same. He was still like young, but as time went on, he progressed, and so did his music. And you don't really see that or hear that as often. He just wasn't your typical artist. He really was, growing with his music. And you can hear the maturity. You can tell not only is he still keeping his audience, but he's gaining, the older audience as well. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Throwback Thursdays. I love doing this, and I'm going to get back on track on doing them on Thursdays and uploading on Thursdays, keeping them the same day so that way you can watch it and enjoy it. And of course, like I said, as usual, I welcome video responses. I love them. I want to see what lists you come up with and what other genres you may pick. And take me back with you. Also, I'll be having a week recap of stories on Saturday, so look out for that. And I may end up doing another video on Friday, just something like random, because I feel like I may have a topic to talk about. I don't know, I just feel it coming. Till next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.
About the people.